I put a lot of research into this video, more than any video I have made before. I went through studies, success stories, financial research, and real data, and I compressed everything into this one video. So after watching this, you will not need to watch anything else on this topic. Everything you need to know about building assets from zero money is right here. Stay until the end, because the last asset I reveal is the one most people never even consider, and it might be the most powerful one on this list. Let's start with the question that changes everything. What actually is an asset? Most people have never been given a clear answer to this. School never taught it, your parents probably never explained it, and the reason you are struggling financially right now might have nothing to do with how hard you work and everything to do with the fact that nobody ever sat you down and explained this one concept. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. That is the complete definition. Not something that looks valuable, not something that costs a lot, something that generates income. A rental property is an asset because it collects rent. A stock is an asset because it pays dividends and grows in value. A YouTube video is an asset because it earns money long after you made it. A skill you sell online is an asset because it converts your time directly into income. A liability is the opposite. It takes money out of your pocket. A car that you drive to work, liability. A phone on a payment plan, liability. A subscription you forgot you had, liability. Rich people spend their lives collecting assets. Most people spend their lives collecting liabilities and calling them achievements. Now here is the part that changes your life. You do not need money to start building assets, not a single dollar. What you need is clarity, a plan, and the willingness to start today. And that is exactly what this video gives you. Here are the 4 assets anyone can build from absolute zero and the exact steps to build each one. Asset number 1, the skill asset. This is where everything begins. If you have zero money, your most valuable resource is your time and your ability to learn. And in 2026, learning a valuable skill is completely free. YouTube alone has enough free content to teach you graphic design, video editing, copywriting, social media management, web development, financial content creation, and hundreds of other skills that the market pays serious money for. Here is the exact process. Step 1. Pick one skill. Not 3, not 5, 1. The biggest mistake people make is trying to learn everything and mastering nothing. Pick the skill that is closest to what you already enjoy or know something about. If you like writing, learn copywriting. If you like making videos, learn video editing. If you like numbers, learn bookkeeping or financial analysis. Step 2. Spend 30 days learning it for free. 1 hour a day. That is 30 hours of focused learning on one skill. Research consistently shows that 30 focused hours of deliberate practice is enough to develop a beginner level of almost any skill, enough to offer it as a service to someone else. Step 3. Sell it to one person within 30 days, not after you feel ready, not after you have a website and a logo and a business card, within 30 days of starting to learn. Message 5 people, offer to solve a real problem for them, charge a small amount, get paid. That first payment is not just money, it is proof. Proof that your skill has value. Proof that the market will pay you for what you know. And that proof is the foundation of your first real asset. Because here's what happens next. That first client gives you a testimonial. That testimonial gives you credibility. That credibility allows you to charge more. 1 client becomes 5. 5 clients becomes a waiting list. A waiting list becomes a business. And a business, one that earns money even when you are not working, is the most powerful asset a person can own. Research from multiple sources confirms that service-based businesses started with zero capital typically generate their first income within 7 to 30 days for people who take consistent action from day one. Not months, not years, days. That is how fast a skill can become an asset. Asset number 2, the content asset. I want you to think about this differently than you ever have before. Every piece of content you create is a piece of digital property. It is real estate on the internet. And just like physical real estate, it can earn money for years after you build it. Think about what that means in practical terms. You spend 3 hours making a video today. That video gets discovered by 500 people this week, then 1,000 people next month, then 10,000 people over the next year. It earns ad revenue, it gets you affiliate commissions, it brings sponsors to your inbox. You made it once. It earns forever. That is the definition of an asset. And the barrier to entry is zero. You do not need a professional camera. You do not need expensive software. You do not need a fancy setup. You need a phone, an idea,
and the discipline to show up consistently. Here's the truth about content that most people don't understand. It takes time to compound. The first 30 videos feel like you are talking to nobody. The first 60 videos feel slow, but somewhere between video 60 and video 100, something shifts. The algorithm starts pushing your content. People start sharing it. Your old videos start getting discovered. And suddenly you have 50 pieces of content all working at the same time, all pulling in viewers, all earning in different ways. That is the compounding effect of content, and it starts with video 1. The research is clear on this. Content creators who post consistently for 90 days, not perfectly, not with professional quality, just consistently, build audiences that become long-term income engines. The ones who quit at video 10 never see it. The ones who keep going do. Your content is your asset. Every video, every post, every article is a brick in a building that earns money for the rest of your life. Asset number 3, the digital product asset. A digital product is the closest thing to a perfect asset that exists. You create it once, you sell it unlimited times. There is no inventory, no shipping cost, no cost per unit, no storage, no employees, just pure creation and then pure income. Here is what a digital product can be: an ebook that solves a specific problem, a budget template in a spreadsheet, a checklist for beginners, a mini guide, a set of social media templates, a short online course, a collection of prompts, a financial planning toolkit. Any of these can be created in one weekend using completely free tools like Google Docs, Canva, or Notion. And here is the process from absolute zero. Step 1, identify one problem your audience has, not a general problem, a specific one, not how to save money, but how to save money on a minimum wage salary in your first job. Specific problems get specific buyers. Step 2, create the simplest possible solution to that problem. Do not try to make it perfect, make it useful. A 10-page ebook that solves one real problem is worth more to someone than a 200-page book that rambles about everything. Step 3, price it low and sell it through a free platform. Gumroad is completely free to use. PayHip is free. Ko-fi is free. You do not need a website. You do not need a payment processor. You do not need anything except a product and a link. Here is the beautiful compounding loop. Your content brings people to you. Your digital product converts them into paying customers. Your customers trust you because you delivered real value. That trust opens the door to higher priced products, courses, and eventually a full business built entirely on your knowledge. And it all started from zero, from a problem you understood and a solution you created. Asset number 4, the investment asset. And yes, you can absolutely start this with $1. I know what you're thinking. Investing is for people who already have money. That is what the system wants you to believe. Because if you believe you cannot start, you never start. And if you never start, the compounding never happens. And the compounding is the entire game. Here's what the data actually says. Index funds on platforms like Fidelity and Charles Schwab have zero minimum investment. That means you can open an account today and invest $1. $1 into the S&P 500, the index that tracks the 500 biggest companies in America, is $1 working for you right now. Now here's the mathematics that should shock you. A person who invests just $50 a month, $50, less than $2 a day, starting at age 20, at an average market return of 8% per year, will have over $170,000 by age 60. Not because they are smart, not because they got lucky, because they started early and they never stopped. $50 a month, $170,000. That is the compounding effect of time. And the most important part of that sentence is not the amount, it's the word started. Because the biggest difference between people who build wealth and people who do not is not intelligence, not income, not education. It's whether they started or not. You can start today with whatever you have, even if that's $1. Now, let me bring everything together. Because these 4 assets are not 4 separate things. They are one system. And when you understand how they connect, everything changes. You build a skill. That skill earns you your first income. You use some of that income to fund your content, your time, your equipment over time, your tools. Your content builds an audience. Your audience buys your digital product. Your digital product income goes into your investment account every single month. Your investments compound over time into passive income that covers your bills. Skill becomes income. Income builds content. Content creates an audience. Audience buys products. Products fund investments. Investments compound into freedom. That is the full system, and every single step starts at zero. Here's what I want you to really hear before this video ends. You are not in your current financial situation because you are not smart enough or not talented enough or not lucky enough. You are here because nobody showed you this system. Nobody sat you down and explained what an asset actually is, or that you could build one without any money, or that the compounding of small, consistent actions is mathematically guaranteed to change your life over time. Now you know. You have the complete system. You have the 4 assets. You have the steps. The only variable left is you. Comment 0 to asset below if you are starting this week. Tell me which of the 4 assets you are building first. I read every single comment and I will personally reply to as many as I can. If this video gave you something real, something you can actually use to change your financial situation, please subscribe. I put a lot of research into every single video on this channel because I believe that access to real financial education should be free for everyone. The next video in this series is going to cover exactly what to do once your first asset starts earning, how to multiply it, how to protect it, and how to use it to build the next one faster. I will see you there.